just like that started. Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already using the brand new system.
Interesting matchups for the next one. Oh boy.
Oh wow! Oh, starting in the East.
Yeah, starting in the East with the big one for Toronto fans, the 4-1-6.
Toronto, Miami.
Miami, Toronto.
You know what? I don't think Toronto is good enough to beat a team with a player that played on that team for as long as Kyle Lowry did and can pick them apart the way he would be able to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Kyle Lowry's averaging 50. I'm saying he'll be able to give the Heat the key to beat Toronto
to win.
Game series.
Yeah, I agree.
So give me Miami. Give me them in 6.
I'm gonna say Miami in 7. Toronto has played well against Miami before, and obviously back in that series a long time ago, back when they had Dwayne Wade, and that was a big series. They just don't know how to beat Miami, especially this year. I know did they beat Miami that when they had Dwayne Wade? I think they did, and they went to face the Cavaliers, I think, next round. I don't know. I don't think Miami is really scared of Toronto as much as Toronto scared Miami. And just the way Miami plays this year is something completely different to what the Raptors have experienced. And they're just a little bit too young to be making the conference finals in their first year back in the playoffs.
I think Miami, I'm not going to say they have an easy first 2 rounds, but
Yeah.
I definitely think they have the least challenging out of
I agree.
the teams that have made it this far.
Yeah.
They're going up against probably the Cavs or the Hawks, and they're going up against the team in the Raptors who are going to go through a battle with Philadelphia and not be themselves when they get to that series with Miami. So I think they just pick them apart.
Here's what I'll say about the Raptors' chances against Miami. If Miami faces Cleveland in the first round, I think Miami wins in 5 or 6. Okay. Just because it's a very same nature team that you're playing, and Atlanta's more of the experience, and then you're going to a team who's very young and is just trying to win as much as they can. If they face Atlanta and they go like 6 or 7 games with Atlanta, cats are over here. If they go 6 or 7 games with Atlanta, I think they play them in 7 probably. But
I think you're right about that one.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, they're all here. Hey, you guys. Hey.
Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
Milwaukee and don't want to go 5 or 6.
They've played before. They played last year.
Give me the Bucks in 6.
It's very funny because Brooklyn is playing the exact same teams they played last year, just in different seeding now. They played
Milwaukee all day.
What wasn't it? Brooklyn 2nd seed, Boston 7th seed last year.
I think it was the exact, but I think it was reversed.
And then it was reversed, and then oh my god! All right, let me go grab my freaking cat. What is he doing up here? My goodness.
What are you doing? These are the guest cameos.
I know, right? My god. All right, come over here. I'm trying to give their predictions.
We gotta do that thing from TikTok, that dog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but back to Milwaukee and Brooklyn. I definitely think Milwaukee will win this series. I think Brooklyn will give them a battle, though. Just like they did last time. A little bit less, because they obviously don't have James Harden. But James Harden wasn't that big in that series anyways. It was more KD and... Well, actually, it was just
Kyrie was injured, yeah.
It was pretty much KD, yeah.
It's pretty much just Kevin Durant.
It was just Kevin Durant.
And Milwaukee's better this year. Giannis is better. Middleton has more confidence. And Holiday, he's been playing fantastic.
But does Ben Simmons rearrange that entire argument?
No. Because I've seen Giannis Antetokounmpo embarrass Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid multiple times in the past when they were on the same team and they were supposed to be the best defensive duo in the league.
Yeah.
And Giannis would consistently go out and drop 40 on them. Ben Simmons doesn't change anything for me. If Ben Simmons was on a team like the Warriors, they'd probably be my team to win it all.
Probably.
Or Dallas. But Ben Simmons on Brooklyn, he's enough to beat Boston. He's not enough to beat Milwaukee.
I agree. I definitely have to pick Milwaukee in this series, just because they're freaking Milwaukee, and they're the NBA champs. Is there a team you have? Actually, I won't spoil that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But I definitely have Milwaukee winning this series in 6. Okay. Move back to the Western Conference. This is a People's Series, Dallas and Phoenix. Definitely the People's teams on the West side. Well, maybe besides Golden State. I would love Dallas to upset Phoenix in this series.
Give me the Mavericks in 6.
Really?
No one is guarding Luka. No one.
I know.
No one. No one on this Phoenix team is equipped to guard Luka. If he's healthy, and by this point he should be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The Utah series is different because you have Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is an exceptional defender. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
No one is guarding Luka Doncic on this Phoenix Suns team. Luka Doncic will have his way with Phoenix. Phoenix is a good squad.
Yeah.
They'll be able to score with Luka. In a series where it's going to be Chris Paul switching to Devin Booker, switching to maybe Cam Johnson on Luka,
yeah.
I'm picking the Mavericks in 6. I might even say 5. I'll play it safe and go 6.
Wow. I just think this is going to be a scoring frenzy. I think it's going to be point for point every night, 130 to 120 games. Like, just intense shooting, overtimes, all the sorts.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely love Dallas and the way they've played, don't get me wrong. But I think Phoenix, just having a little bit more experience, I would love to say Dallas in the series, but I'm going to take Phoenix in 7.
Okay.
Just out of respect for them being the first seed.
I'll respect it.
Golden State and Memphis.
This is tricky because Ja Morant actually owns Golden State.
He does.
He does.
He does.
It's crazy.
He has the marked.
Yeah, he officially, whoever owns Golden State, it's 51% Ja.
Yeah, he's the owner. Didn't he knock them out of the playoffs or the play-in last year? Yeah.
Because they lost to the Lakers and they lost to Memphis, and everyone thought they would.
But did they have Clay last year? They didn't have Clay, so now they have Clay.
I've said since the middle of last season, and anyone, I think we've had this conversation actually in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that the finals this year will be Golden State Milwaukee.
Right.
But that might change.
All right. I definitely have a feeling that I agree with you that Ja Morant owns Golden State. But just the playoff experience alone from the Warriors, especially having Clay back, like once they get to shooting buckets from the threes, I just think it's over. I'll put it in 6 for Golden State.
Give me put some more respect on the Grizzlies' name. Give me the Warriors in 7.
All right. Back to the East, Miami and Milwaukee. Dear God, this is a hard one.
No, it's not.
Really, you got Milwaukee probably
Milwaukee.
smoking them. Yeah.
Sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, it's interesting for Miami's sake because they don't like Milwaukee. Especially playing against them, they just do bad. But I definitely think they could steal a couple.
I think they've been swept back-to-back years by Milwaukee.
Yeah.
If not, they won one of those games.
Oh, that's right. They got swept last year.
Yeah. No, Milwaukee owns Miami. Giannis owns his team by himself.
Yeah,
I think PJ Tucker makes a difference.
Yeah, I could say so.
PJ Tucker's a difference maker in this
Yeah.
series, and not a lot of people are going to shed light on him being a difference maker because he played with the Bucks and won the ring with them.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's too good, and Miami, they're going to be exposed as the frauds they are at the 1 seed.
I would love to see the Raptors get to this series and play Milwaukee because I would love to see how that would play out.
Barnes and Giannis.
Right? That would be an insane series if it did end up happening. But yeah, I gotta stick with your decision. I gotta pick Milwaukee.
In 4.
Probably for me, I'm gonna say I'll give Miami 2 games. I'll put them in 6.
6? All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
This next one.
This is what might change my decision.
I have a hot take. I don't have this series being remotely close. I got Golden State winning this in 5. I just don't see Phoenix beating the Golden State Warriors.
You have Phoenix over them. I took Dallas. If it's Phoenix, Dallas. Sorry, if it's Phoenix.
Oh right, we have different odds. Yeah.
If your prediction comes true and it's Phoenix, Golden State, I think you're right. I think Golden State dusts them in 5 games.
Dominates.
Devin Booker's fantastic, but I'm not going to go as far to say that I've always thought Chris Paul's overrated, but I kind of do. He's a fantastic point guard, one of the all-time greats at that position, but what does he want?
Right?
No accolades, no scoring titles, no MVPs, no championships. I believe he has like not all-time leader in assists, but he's up there. And he consistently leads the league in assists, which is fantastic. Never won anything. Been on some really good teams.
Yep.
Injuries have played a part in that, but I mean everyone goes through injuries.
Yeah.
And no, I would take Golden State in that series.
You got Golden State over the Mavericks?
No, I got Golden State over Phoenix. If it's the Mavericks,
you really want that Luka dream.
Mavericks are my teams.
I know. Mavericks
I'm
are
blinded by it here.
Mavericks are a great team.
I gotta Golden State is better. They are.
Mm-hmm.
But Luka is so good. And it's kind of the same thing with the Phoenix series. Who was guarding Luka?
Yeah.
Draymond Green is not clamping up Luka Doncic. It's not happening. So you'll have Steph Curry go off. You'll have Klay Thompson go off. Man, you know what? The smart decision is Golden State in 7. But I want to be different than you. So I'm going Mavericks in 7. Give me the Mavericks in Milwaukee final. What? Please, just give me that.
This is what I love about fans coming on and just giving their takes, because they're most likely going to pick their teams, like Tim the Tap Man included when he had the Cowboys. I knew that was going to be just a horrible decision by Tim, but yeah. For me, I have Golden State and Milwaukee, the 2-3 seeds in the finals. For you have Dallas, who's the 4 seed, and Milwaukee, the 3 seed. So we'll start with yours, and then we'll go to mine. So Dallas versus Milwaukee.
No matter who Milwaukee plays in the final, they're winning.
Yeah.
They could play any team in the West. I could get every prediction wrong on the Western Conference side of this chart, and Milwaukee's still winning no matter who they
It's funny because I think if the Raptors somehow got into the Western Conference and played Milwaukee in the final, I think they would win. But the only teams I see beating Milwaukee out of all these teams is just the Raptors.
I don't see the Raptors beating them.
In a conference final scenario, yes. In the finals, when Antetokounmpo becomes finals Giannis, then yeah, I see them losing that.
I don't. I think there's a difference, and I think more people need to understand that there's a difference between like their regular season performances and your regular season games and everything, where teams go out and they have a fantastic performance on a Tuesday in the middle of October.
Right.
In a 7-game series, when you're playing the same team back to back, they pick you apart. They learn to capitalize on the mistakes that you make. And Toronto, being a young team, does make a lot of mistakes. They're able to cover for it because of their skill. They're very skillful for a young group. But skill doesn't do that much against dominance.
Right.
The Milwaukee Bucks
are dominant.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo against the Raptors in a series, give the Raptors a game.
Yeah.
They're not good enough to beat the Bucks. They don't even come close. Regular season, they can compete.
Okay.
Playoffs, no.
I can agree with that. Milwaukee, and so you chose Milwaukee.
I got Milwaukee winning the championship. Let me lock that in right here.
And I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that Milwaukee will come back and win back-to-back, because I had them in the preseason going back-to-back against the Lakers. Screw you, LeBron, for being a crap player this year, and Westbrook. You're both trash.
Hold up. I don't even like LeBron, and LeBron had a fantastic season.
No, he did.
LeBron played lights out. That team.
He was phenomenal.
The Lakers would have less than 10 wins if LeBron didn't play this season.
No, he was phenomenal. It was Westbrook.
I love Westbrook. Had a brutal season.
He's terrible.
Great last 10 games. He played fantastic the last 10 games of the season. Blame it on Anthony Davis. Blame it on injuries. Blame it on Frank Vogel. Blame it on the fact that LeBron James thinks he can have a team of guys who are all at least 30 years old and win the championship.
Yeah.
The league is too skillful, too energetic, and too youthful to be able to do that nowadays.
I mean, he did win a championship with Anthony Davis, so I guess he did get what he wanted.
Yeah, 80 was 28 when they won that.
Yeah. But yeah, I have to agree that Milwaukee is going to go back-to-back. Golden State seems to be the team that always makes the finals every odd year. I don't really know how they do it, but I guess it's just Steph Curry.
He can shoot you out of any series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna pick Milwaukee. I'm gonna give it to Game 7. It's Golden State, right? So you gotta respect them. There we have it. So we both have Milwaukee going to the finals and winning the finals once again, going back to back. Giannis Finals MVP, or Drew Holiday for some reason.
By the way, I don't know if it's a hot take, but it's definitely a take. Luka or Giannis, one or the other, by the end of their career, we'll be calling one of them the greatest player of all time.
I agree.
And I say that, and I know people are going to be like, oh, Jordan, oh, LeBron, and I get it, fantastic players. The evolution of basketball has come so far.
They will definitely both be top 10, if not top 5 each.
I think Giannis Antetokounmpo, at the age of 27 he is right now,
Mm-hmm.
he's a back-to-back MVP, Finals MVP, NBA champion, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player. Multiple-time All-Star,
Mm-hmm.
multiple-time All-Star MVP. I could go on and list his accolades, and he's 27. He hasn't even touched his prime. He's gonna win another ring this year, another Finals MVP.
That's the thing too.
It's crazy. And then Luka's 22 or 23.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the team to be able to do this yet, but he's still pushing it.
He's building it, yeah.
Man, these guys are just different. These two are different players.
Yeah, and they're both, as you said, Doncic is kind of building his resume for the next couple years to come, and he'll get his players around him and have that team. And I'm sure Mark Cuban will make the nicest tweet when they win.
Give him Steph Curry. Give him Giannis. Give him Ben Simmons.
That would be amazing.
Trae Young. Give him Joel Embiid.
Yeah. They've
Give him
talked.
Jokic.
They've talked about Joel Embiid going
You
to.
don't think Jokic wants to go play with Luka? That connection, that European connection.
How could they make that happen though? That trade
Put it
would.
on Dallas. Do it to Dallas.
Yeah.
It has to no Luka to Denver. No.
No,
Luka to Denver.
no.
Jokic to the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. History of European players winning the championship.
Yeah.
I think Denver would go there in a heartbeat. Denver, sorry, Jokic.
I think both of them are unbelievable. Yeah, and they'll definitely be top 5, all time. We got one more thing to just chat about. Not sports related, just a little bit of entertainment to veer away from any of the sports we've been discussing today. But Elon Musk is trying to buy Twitter.
Yes.
Why?
I think because I still use Twitter every day.
I do too.
I love Twitter. Twitter to me has always been the social media platform that everyone is themselves.
Mm.
And I know there's a lot of like PC culture going around, and which is good. You know, like when you should monitor what you say, you should take people's
Absolutely
into accountability before you say what you say. 100%. I feel like Twitter though, you do get some of that more unfiltered opinion and just rants and so on and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I think he understands his value on Twitter. He understands that, like, let's use the sports conversation. How many sports insiders use Twitter more than any other social media?
Oh, of course.
How much news through the world of sports gets leaked on Twitter first?
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is used. I get my news from Twitter. I don't listen to any news outlet, Canadian news outlet or American news outlet. Like, I'll watch it if it's on TV because my parents do, but I don't actively go out of my way to do so. I get my news from Twitter. And I think a lot of people, especially our age, are starting to do that.
Right.
Because they know that all these like news channels are owned by government companies.
Yeah.
It's hard to get legitimate news out of TV nowadays.
Right.
Twitter, there's a little. I'm not gonna say everything you read online is true, but you get a little more validity behind some of the resources on Twitter.
Mm.
I think Elon understands that, and he knows that there's so much room to grow, because through Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and all these apps living and dying, Twitter's still there.
Yeah.
So that has something to say about that.
I think Elon definitely gets the point that he needs to make a change in his career, because obviously SpaceX is struggling at the moment. They have a bunch of guys that are quitting and part of the big team and actually make that program happen. So he knows he needs to make a change in order to keep progressing as an entrepreneur and as an investor. He's well aware of that. Twitter, I don't think, is the move for Elon. And even though he wants to make a $43.4 billion bid, which ended up getting rejected, Yeah, pocket change pretty much for him. Yeah. But yeah, and one of the streamers that I watch on Twitch said it perfectly. Twitter is a place for people to go and express themselves and talk about their daily things. Like, oh, I'm doing this right now. Oh, I'm eating at this place at like this. Right, the most random stuff, right? Just talking about their daily lives. And Elon Musk wants to incorporate influencers and stuff like that and get more influencers on Twitter to grow it almost like TikTok or Instagram. And I just don't think that's going to work on a global scale because Hollywood actors, NFL athlete, maybe not NFL athletes, there may be more, a little bit more out there of what they do. But a lot of Hollywood actors and actresses are big introverts and they don't want to share a lot of the stuff that they're doing on a daily basis. And Twitter is kind of that whole demographic of what you're doing. And I just don't think he can get those types of influencers on a global scale to do what he wants to do with Twitter.
I think it definitely depends. Like it depends on the type of influencers you're trying to get. Like
Right.
if you're how do I even? It's tricky. Like you raise good points, but I don't think he's focused too much on trying to get influencers to try to promote it as being such a great app because
Right.
again, it's lived the test of time. It's done that.
Right.
And when you look at an app like TikTok, where when it came out, this is just for kids. Oh,
Yeah.
No one's gonna take this serious. Oh no, you're never gonna see a celebrity on here promoting something. And now it's arguably the biggest social media platform in the world.
I agree.
Or at least one of the most used, for sure.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard to say that Twitter can't be whatever Elon wants it to be. It's also, I'm not even a big Elon supporter. I know
Me
he
neither.
has a massive fan base.
Yeah.
So anything that he does or attaches his name to, millions of people are going to jump to as well. He knows that. So I think he's definitely using that to his advantage. Twitter's going to see a massive spike in value, users, the stock's going to go up, everything's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
on Twitter.
No, for sure.
I think if how do I say, the problem like look Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram are looked at as dying apps.
Yeah.
Right? And
But definitely Facebook.
yeah, definitely. But even
Yeah.
Snapchat's getting there recently too. Like a lot of people like my age, like I'm only 23, and a lot of people around 23 is like, yeah, I don't really use Snapchat.
Yeah, exactly, right?
They use Instagram, not Instagram, sorry, Twitter. Twitter's that more mature audience.
Right.
So I feel like if you're trying to market it to a mature audience,
Then he's got it.
audience, then he's got it.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk doesn't really, how do I say? It doesn't really appeal to kids. Elon Musk
Right.
is more of your like early 20s, late teens.
Yeah.
Type, category. So I think he can do something great with Twitter.
I think he could. But honestly, Elon, at this point, I don't think Twitter's ever going to accept any of the bids that you make. So stick to building cars, stick to your space program, and just...
What does he do next?
Yeah, exactly, right? I have no idea what he'll do next.
I give it 2 years, and Elon Musk will start a streaming service.
Ooh.
I don't know, like he might just buy the rights to a bunch of movie studios, and
Right.
TV studios. I don't know what he's gonna do, but Elon Musk will own or have his name attached to a streaming service because everything is a streaming service.
Isn't Donald Trump making a social media platform as well, or was going to at some point? He was going to make something similar to Instagram, and
Was that gonna be allowed?
yeah, I have no idea. Like, obviously, his whole supporters would be behind it, but Donald Trump was going to make a like Instagram type software.
What do you think the questions are for like sign
Ugh.
up? They have to fill out. Like,
I
an
don't
application
even.
to sign up
I
for
don't
that.
even want to know. The freaking guy.
Oh no.
But yeah, back to Elon. Just stick to making cars. That's pretty much it. I also like to think that Elon Musk is a robot from another planet, but we'll leave that for another day.
I mean, like until it's proven, we can't say he's
Right?
not,
He's
right?
like the most interesting human being I've ever seen, and some of the stuff just doesn't line up for what he does.
He's one of those guys. I'm not gonna say he came out of nowhere because, like, obviously he had this
Right.
crazy career. But he's kind of one of those guys that like came out of nowhere, and not everyone, but a lot of people are just, you either love him or you hate him. You don't know why you hate him or love him. You just kind of do.
You just do.
And they're all those people who know everything about him and can like talk for hours about why they love him.
Right.
But for the majority of the people, I feel like it's just like, yeah, I kind of like him, or I don't know why, just I don't like this guy. It's so weird. I like him. I'm not a
I like
fan,
him.
but I like him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made one of the most best-selling cars right now in the world. So
Interesting name for his children, but
yeah, pull
groundbreaking.
up his kid's name real quick.
XAC.
I saw it the other day on TikTok. Why he explained it like the actual
But
name.
We're talking about that right now, and that is marketing. And Elon Musk is all about marketing and sales.
That's true.
So I mean, like, the man's a genius because we're literally talking about his kid's name.
And that's what he does so well. He just gets people talking about him. His child's name is XAEA-XII or A12. But
you were a substitute teacher for a day.
well, he said that the world should call his son X just for short form, but his actual full name is that.
It's not even gonna repeat it. It's just that.
Is that like XAEA-12? It's
Sure.
very interesting. He explained it the other day. A12 is like some car. X I think is for the generation he's from, and then AE I don't remember actually. I think it's an initials or something. Okay. Very interesting, but
I'm gonna give my kid name my kid like the first initial of each of
the first
name,
yeah,
and just
put like your favorite number and like what your favorite food is as well. So just like NS ice cream 13.
You know, like NF pizza 88. Yeah.
That's a sick name.
Yeah, right? That's a Twitter handle right there.
It's probably gonna be his third kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we have to say for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching or listening if you're listening on any of the social media platforms that I've posted it on. Nick, thanks for coming and giving your insight.
It was an absolute blast.
Yeah,
This was a great time.
No problem. Thanks for coming. If you guys want to see more of these, make sure to like these videos and subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. It helps me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you for listening or watching to another episode of the 416, and we will see you guys next time. Take it easy.